What are some cheat codes you've found in the game of life? You can mute the self-checkout kiosks. When my daughter was little and still believed band-aids cured things, one time she had a bellyache, so I put one on her belly and it made her feel better. Power of placebos. When I was in my old 500+ person building, I kept a stack of papers on my desk. When I was bored or got tired of sitting down, I'd get up, grab my stack of papers and walk around. I called them my walking papers and did this for months. Got a lot of head nods and not one question the entire time. People always assumed I was on an important mission, but nope, not in the least. PS. Worked on the executive floor wing. 2. Take a $1 bill and flip it over. Now tape a $5 bill and tape it to the end of the upside down single with as little tape as possible to make it secure. Now feed the $5 bill into a change machine. The coin machine reads the 5, gives you quarters, then reads the upside down single, rejects that, and boom, you got yourself a felony. Niceness gets you everywhere. I get free shit from being nice. And no, it's not because I'm a cute girl, because I'm not. I'm an overweight, balding man. People respond to niceness. I've befriended the Comcast customer support person. I've befriended the most disliked, crotchety person in our office. I get special treatment at my cafeteria because I treat the service staff like actual human beings. I get fees waived because I ask nicely. Be nice. It costs little and is worth a lot. I had a professor in college who, while lecturing, suddenly let out a huge fart. Without pausing, he turned his head as if talking to someone behind him, said Gesundheit, and continued lecturing as if nothing had happened. It immediately diffused any potential awkwardness and embarrassment, and I vowed to use the same strategy if the same thing ever happened to me in front of a large crowd of people. Not a cheat code, but an Easter egg. If you ask someone if they know all the words to I'm a Little Teapot, around 80% of the people you ask will start singing it. Half of those will do the gestures. Doing your own research, especially on the important stuff. You would be amazed about the bad information people use to make life choices. No one stops a guy or girl carrying a pizza. It can get you backstage to concerts. The correct response to any compliment is thank you. You can then follow it up with a comment if you'd like to continue the conversation. If someone likes your dress, thank you. It has pockets. If someone compliments your art, thank you. I've been practicing. If someone asks if you're a professional singer because you have a good singing voice, thank you. I just sing for fun. Not only does it make you seem confident and self-assured, it tells them that they are right. That's a friendly thing to do. This even works if you don't believe the compliment. Saying, "Oh, no, I'm ugly," when someone compliments your appearance not only tells them that they're wrong, it makes you think of yourself as ugly. A better answer would be, "Thank you. I really appreciate that and I don't always believe it, so hearing that from you helps." I am an assistant teacher in a preschool. Asking if kids can use their sitting muscles and listening muscles during circle time makes the kids want to show me how strong they are. Compliment your children with "you are a hard worker and not you're smart." Studies show that kids who think they're hard workers outperform kids who think they're smart. You become the people you surround yourself with. You don't have to always give away the recipe. By that I mean, don't over-explain yourself. If you can't do something 9/10 times, it's okay to simply say "unfortunately I'm not able to do that. Can't swing it this time," etc. You don't have to go on and on about why, or make up reasons and list them off. Over-explaining just ends up looking more suspect than simply being clear and concise. When someone says something true, say "you're right," not "I know." It'll make them feel better and you've still shown everyone how awfully clever you are. If any website offers a percentage coupon code like 10% off, try higher values like 20% off. They often have them. Ask questions about everything. Ask people about themselves. Be open about stuff you don't understand and ask questions about that. When you forget someone's name, own up to it and just ask them. I am amazed at how many people won't acknowledge even a tiny amount of ignorance, or won't show honest curiosity about something, can't admit they've forgotten something they feel is important, and won't ever ask for help. Guys, Your life becomes so much easier if you just drop the fucking ego and ask. I have a heated throw blanket in my living room in the winter. I wrap my coat up in it, crank up the heat, and in a few minutes, my coat is toasty warm so I can brave the coldest day. Get a credit card like Amex Blue that has 3-6% cash back at groceries. Buy all your items at grocery store. I'll use Kroger as an example. You can buy normal groceries and gift cards, Amazon, Delta, H&M, McDonald's, whatever, and get the cash back on that deal. Then, if you time it with their 4x fuel rewards, you can save $1 gallon off gas up to 35 gallons. Altogether, the math works out to being 12-15% off pretty much everything if I recall correctly. I cannot overstate how much dressing well and being well groomed will impact your life. It'll drop the difficulty by 2 or 3 levels. No joke. People will treat you vastly differently. The opposite is also true. When married, don't stop treating your significant other like you did when you were trying to win them over. It is a great way to show them you're still as infatuated with them as you were when you first met. Faking confidence usually leads to actually being more confident. I love the phrase "fake it till you make it." It's incredible how much success is a byproduct of just acting confident about whatever you are doing. If you admit you're wrong and make changes to whatever it is that you're wrong about, people will respect and appreciate you more. Unfortunately, this requires the swallow ego pill patch installed. Without this, you will be incapable of being a civil person. If you're bald and shave your head, you'll be mistaken for an angry skinhead, and panhandlers won't ask you for money or cigarettes. If you work Monday, Friday, spend a small amount of time on Sunday afternoon, evening sorting out your lunch for the week. I batch cook a pot of something and portion it out into 5 containers. It saves a ton of money. It's usually healthier, and it saves time having to make something quickly each morning because you can just grab a container out of the fridge and go. Believe in yourself. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. When you believe in yourself, anything is possible because you are no longer bound to the expectations of others. Your life truly becomes your own. Close runner-up would be awareness over your thoughts and emotions. More awareness, more control, less reactions, more happiness. No matter what your bedtime and wake up time is, stick with it. After a decade of being that person on Facebook at 3 AM and off to work 4 hours later, I started to view sleep as an enjoyable activity, not a chore. Game changer. Mornings are never a drag. If I have trouble sleeping, I can make up for it the next morning without fucking up my whole day. When it's your bedtime, turn off the lights and wait. And don't touch your ducking phone or your computer. Don't get out of bed, wait. When your alarm goes off, get up. Repeat for 2 weeks. Enjoy a better life. At a burrito shop, get half of one protein and half of another. They usually end up giving you like 20% more. Exact science here. Plus you get more flavor. If you go to Chipotle, get the bowl and ask for tortilla on the side, which turns out to be free. The amount you get in the bowl will fill up one tortilla as a burrito, and you'd have half the bowl left to eat. So you get a burrito and half a bowl for the price of one bowl. If you're at a bar and want a girl's number, don't ask for her number. Instead, ask for her Snapchat, and they will 99% of the time agree, regardless if you're ugly, undesirable, etc. Hit them up the next day and see how it goes. I've had good results doing this. Edit. Not that I'm ugly or undesirable. My mom says I'm handsome. If you're ever trying to get somebody to agree with you, not a lot when you make points and say their first name often. It's used frequently in sales, so on the flip side, if you don't want to be sold something and you notice the salesperson doing these things, you can be aware of what they're doing. If someone is going to complain about you to their boss, or your boss, or call the cops for a noise violation, or something like that, all you have to do is complain about them first, and you'll usually come out the victor. In these situations, it's way less about who is right and who is wrong, and way more about who lodged the initial complaint against whom. This is known as anchoring. It's very true, and has incredibly powerful effects in opinions. Messing up my hair and wearing the 1,000-yard stare makes homeless people ignore you on your walk to work in the morning. Mazda. But before any major decisions in life, women, big purchases, anything, just rub one out, then decide. Number 1. Want to be more attractive? Look like you take care of yourself and work on an attitude where you don't care so much what other people think or do. That's a lot of it right there. As for the look, just be in decent shape, have good hygiene including a good and well maintained haircut, and wear clean clothes that don't look old and are reasonably adult in style. For the attitude, you want to be relaxed without being lazy. Don't sweat the small stuff, but talk to them about the big stuff right away. Listen rather than just waiting for your turn to talk. Get to know people at whatever pace is good for them. Don't force things. See people for who they really are, not who you want them to be or what they can be for you. Having kids is optional. If it doesn't seem like something you would want to do, you don't have to do it. I definitely think not having kids is a cheat code. If you feel sad, or anxious, or angry, just sit with it. Sit with yourself. Bear witness to your struggles. Be gentle. It makes it a heck of a lot easier than fighting against your emotions in a convoluted attempt to defeat them and reach the elusive goal of happiness. Since I started doing this, I generally feel a lot more content and settled in myself. Use a spoon instead of a knife to spread stuff on bread. Stop watching TV and using social media. Increased mental well-being by 3x. If you want to tell someone hey F you but can't because you'd get in trouble for it cause you're like at work or something, you can just say bless your heart instead and it means the same thing. If a product breaks long before it should have, but outside of the return policy, buy a new one and return the old one in the new one's packaging. I did this with a kitchen appliance recently. Fuck Cuisinart. It stopped working after 3 months. The warranty required me to pay shipping both ways, equivalent to half the cost of the item. So I bought a new one, swapped it, returned the broken one. Retailer will send it back to the manufacturer. Slightly unethical. I don't abuse this, but I am tired of buying products that seem to be designed to break. When applying for jobs, take the entire job description on the website and copy and paste it into your resume with white color and the smallest font size possible. That way when the computer filters scan your resume you'll have all of the keywords to get past the filter, and in order to get a real set of human eyes on your resume, which is often the hardest roadblock to beat. I cannot stress this enough. All it takes is 20 seconds of mindless, insane, embarrassing courage to do something amazing in this world. Just think about how often you decide not to do something because of fear. 20 seconds without thinking is such a small price to pay for what could be a lifetime of happiness. So go and do it. Ask them out. Give someone a compliment. Tell someone you love them. A moment of clarity is so much better than a lifetime of regret. Take it from me.